Hello everybody, Darren here, and welcome back to Anno 1800. Now previously we've been building up the island of Brundisium. That's my island just over here, mostly focusing on the modded content, the pescatarians, trying to make sure that they've got everything they need, and largely making a little bit of progress there, although quite slowly, I will admit. Today, I want to speed up a bit, right? I know I'm very slow just generally, and a lot of people actually don't care, but I've been very in my own head about it, and multiple different other things at the moment. And I've just been very slow to upload, so it's going to be a bit of a different style for the series going forward. I'm just going to be a bit quicker, hopefully, with things. We'll see. Maybe I'll just be super slow again. Anyways, so, construction material has been a bit of a limiting factor. One of my goals at the moment is to constantly push and grow the engineers out, and the way I do that, really, is just by upgrading our artisans, pushing them over, and then refilling the artisans, and so on and so forth. Still going to do that, I just like doing that. But I want to do it a bit quicker. My limiting factor has really been construction material, so let's try to improve things slightly. So just going to send this over there. Actually, you can drop that steel off for now. We could probably do with making a bit more wood here, even just temporarily, until we get the docklands set up a bit more correctly. So maybe just a little bit over here, a little bit over there, and just spam it down. You know, we've got money, we've got workforce. Let's get doing something. I think would probably help. I'll send these guys out, and hopefully a little warehouse somewhere there. Anyway, once the population grows again a bit further, you know, then we get to kind of, again, do what we've done here, which is spend a bit more time going in, making the streets look a little bit better, etc., etc. But right now, a bit of money would be good, and there's lots of options for us, right? We could go to Emperor Katima and sell pocket watches and all that kind of stuff, but I don't want to go to Imbasa just yet. Now, this is a quest that we had for Alonso. We need to follow him, and these guys need to follow that. And hopefully that'll go okay. We've got a quest here, but we'll just leave it for now. Alright, so let's kick this off. A few irons in the... What is it? Got a few irons in the fire, as they say. So, we've got a lot of construction material here. So just going to pick some of that up, bring it back with me. I think people mentioned that I still have a... I'm still selling construction material here. Well, that's true. It would only sell if I hit 300, so... It's not really a concern, but it's, you know, it's there, and it shouldn't really be, I suppose, so we can get rid of it. For a few of these different things. That can sell, actually, that's okay. Ooh, actually, the glass and reinforced concrete, that could stop. So, yeah, no, worth pointing that out, actually, worth pointing it out. The wood, maybe, probably wouldn't have had that problem, but definitely the other stuff probably would have. Okay, cool. So, with a bit of construction material on the way, these workers are actually ready to go. So, we'll upgrade a few of them. And then we're going to need to bring in that next bulk of wood, and then we'll switch some of these... We'll upgrade, sorry, some of these artisans over into engineers, and we'll place them somewhere over here. While I'm waiting for the construction material to make it over here, we'll just clean up this area ever so slightly. Now, didn't I pick up some... I can't remember if I actually popped it in. We did, right? The workforce 20% income, yeah. What else do we have item-wise? It's been a little while since I've played, so I still have to kind of get refamiliarized with things again. So, happiness, workforce, but a reduction of income. I thought there was something specific I could use for the artisans. Oh, I must have put it in, actually, then. Okay. Good. And, of course, we are trying to make lots of cargo ships consistently, so that we can improve our trade routes. Now, there's some trade routes that definitely haven't been caught up with yet that I'm just going to have to figure out on the fly, so we'll see how that goes. Alright, so... Artisans. Let's get a couple pockets of them here, and then we'll just blanket move them over, and we'll sort them out a little later in terms of their actual layout. Hopefully they're not too far from their accoutrements. They should be alright, I think. And then we'll kind of sort out the production chains after the fact, as per usual. Some people had been saying that, like, oh, you know, you put some houses down, then you have to balance, then you put more houses down, then you have to balance. I think I might have mentioned this in the last one, but I'm not really sure how to play the game without doing that, other than just building one big giant grid. Also, people have mentioned having multiple islands with, like, pockets of the same workforce on them is not as efficient and stuff like that, and because you have to send so much goods between everything. I know, but I find it fun, right? I just think it's kind of cool. We have like pescatarians on this island. We have some pescatarians here. I build like little villages and stuff. I mean, that's kind of the idea, at least for how I enjoy the game. And I'm not saying that everyone else just builds in a giant grid, but if you want to be optimal, it's not like I haven't thought about it or I don't know. It's like, yeah, we could just have
protection.
Sure.
Help yourself, Gav.
if you really want to be very optimal in this game, having everything on one island is really the best way to do it, and then linking everything with commuter piers and just having production islands in the other places, using all that space with trade unions to have the most optimal items in to match the fertilities of said island, and then you really just have to have one big mega port on your home island, boost the population until you get to investors. That makes you a lot of influence, that allows you to do more trade unions, and that's the way you play the game. It's not the way I tend to enjoy the game, but I'm aware that you can do that. I just want people to know it's not like I don't know that. But, you know, each to their own. It's not to say that any playstyle is invalid. I mean, that was the kind of whole thing with my previous playthrough. Which was, like, I did it that way, and I still beat the AI and did everything in the game and got as much population as I really wanted and got everything researched and all of that, you know. So, if the game allows it and doesn't force you to do something, then I think it's still valid. And this isn't to come across as in any way passive-aggressive, just to kind of explain, I guess, the way I feel about playing it. You know, I've been working on Manor Lords lately. It's kind of interesting dealing with the different player bases and different styles of play that people have for that game. Some people want a real immersive focus on it. Some people want a more structured kind of city builder, I guess, with more reliable numbers that you can kind of predict and everything, and there's questions about what do you do that's random and what don't you, and all this kind of stuff. And it's just interesting seeing that, like, people have lots of different opinions about it, you know? And I think the people that stick with games longest, whatever the game might be, probably always push towards not realism, like more numbers-orientated, strong, like very, very strong gameplay balance. Whereas the people that probably are in the majority, but might not be, but like kind of come and go to your product, they're the ones that are there because it's an escapism. They love the era, the theme. They love the feeling of being a lord, or in the case of this game, like building a historical city. But the people that stick with this game for the longest time are the ones that want to push things and be really optimal. Tends to be the way anyway. Anyway, I don't know why I'm talking about all this, but it's just been stuff on my mind lately. Alright, so we've replaced some of our artisans. We've added a few more engineers. Could still do with a bit more construction material. There's still more over here. We'll maybe fetch some more. We also need to... Sorry, I'm flicking between these quite quickly. Add these. So you're lacking bricks. Okay. I could have brought that with me last time. I'm a bit confused as to... Didn't I just have a ship a minute ago? I don't know. Was it just this one that went back and forth? Yeah, we need more piers, because over there they're freaking out. So you just let me know when you get here. We'll give you a pier. Alright, so what are we up to now? 21,000. Other people say, you know, your population's fluctuating, so is your money. Maybe nail down why. I believe the reason is alcohol. So it's rum and beer are a little off at the moment. Because we've got so many of these guys. And they're... yeah, not quite satisfied. And when they do get satisfied, the number goes way up, and then when they don't, it goes down. Now, that's happiness. The actual population is fluctuating a little bit, so there is something somewhere that I've probably just forgotten. You know, maybe it's like sandwiches or something that we must not be doing quite well, because it's fluctuating that population too as a core need rather than a luxury need. Alright, we'll send that over. You actually let me know when you get there as well, because that does help. Alright, cool. Just to get people refamiliarized with this place, obviously down here is our workforce. They are the terraced versions of the workers, right? So our modded content. Then we've got a big factory over here for the docks. A lot of our factories for ironworks and bakeries and soap and all that kind of stuff is over there. At the moment, we're building out the engineer portion. Oh, I should say as well that the only little stretch of road, because these guys can actually upgrade into a second tier of, like, taller workers. The only stretch is these guys that have that so far. But if we ever need more, we can just increase their living space to do that. Right, so we're still in the engineer mindset at the moment, the grind set, and we have our artisans that are terraced artisans as well over on this side. So this is kind of our artisan village. This is our engineer town. We don't have any investors yet. We could get them. We're actually able to upgrade. But I've been just holding off for a little bit. We've got good influence. I don't necessarily need them. I kind of want to just make sure we've got loads of engineers before we then start saying, like, where are the investors going to go. And to be honest, I'm not actually sure. Yeah, haven't really thought about it too much, but I thought that I guess the central band here would be more the investors, but I don't know, we might need so many engineers that I can't really do that. Engineers could wrap up and go around to the edges of the cliffs somewhat, so that might help. Alright, let's upgrade these guys as well. And they'll just do until we can move these guys out. So, can we upgrade any more artisans? Not really. That's because we're out of wood again. Give me just some of that wood, we'll bring it down here. That's the ship. Anyway, yeah, leave that over there. Okay, so let's get ourselves a couple new piers. So that should help decongest this area slightly before we hopefully will do it up and make it look a bit nicer. We could start thinking about going to the New World and focusing on that stuff while we wait for certain materials and things to build up here. So we just made a lot more timber. Well, I say a lot more. It's a bit more. Thinking about it, if I was being a bit smarter, we actually do have the second tier of that. That probably would have been better to build. But they need to be real close to their warehouse. But I could try to do that. Let's see. Pop this in instead. If they overlap, you know, whatever. So, and then I suppose we could always upgrade the roads. Oh, you couldn't finish? Why not? Oh, we're still lacking... Ironic. We're lacking wood. There we go. Now, can you actually make it to a warehouse?
Look sharp, the governor's here.
Yeah, cool. Let's upgrade that. Now, that'll help wood a little bit. They still have their productivity turned down. We'll just turn that back up now. Let them crank out a bit more. So that should be every 10 seconds. Wow. Pretty fast. Every 10 seconds we get one. Nice. Alright. Let's have a little look in the New World. It's been a while since we've gone there. See if we can... Well, actually, let's take stock of the current situation.
Island is under siege.
Kinship is under siege. So this is a Hugo Mercier island. Speaking of... Oh my god. Did I not move? Oh, I thought this was a... Oh no. Thought it was an escort quest. We've got 5 minutes 40 to get down here. And then I would imagine we have to bring something back. Disturbingly suspicious crate. So we're pretty close actually to where we need to bring it. So if this is the island here, we are just around the corner there. Yeah. So go, go, go. Now, you guys are following. I'll put you on individual if you're not on already. Just so that nobody slows anything down. But they are escorting. It's not quite the same. Well, there we go. With speed. Any good items for traveling faster?
New orders, Admiral.
Not really. Now, we probably have to get down there and bring something back, I would imagine. So, we'll see if it works out for us. Right. So yeah, anyway, what I was going to say was take stock of the alcohol situation right now. Have a look at the trade routes, see what's going on. So if we have a look at all islands and we go for rum, because of our worker and artisan populations are stable, this number shouldn't change too much, right? So 22, in fact, let's go all islands. 24, I'm just going to write that down so I go in and out of the screen a little less. 24 rum. Although I'll obviously have to go back in to check it. And we're currently at 11. All right, and then the other one would be beer. Oh, it's 9/8. That's pretty close to being sorted out, actually, then. Now, production is stalled because I think we're probably not... Yeah, it's trade route related. We're not delivering in hops. And there's another one waiting to be turned on here. Just turn it on, then. And we'll figure out the hop situation. I think beer might be the one we do first because it might be a bit easier. Alright, we've just about arrived for that quest. Man, it feels good to be back. You know, I think I might have even said it at the beginning of this. But, oh my god. Take him down. Take the mortar shot.
Ship under attack. You can rely on us.
Is that it? What the hell's going on over here? I don't know. Oh, ship is coming in. That's going to say something, I think. Or was that the end of the quest? I really don't know. Well, did we pick up anything else? Nope. So he wanted me to deliver a suspicious parcel to Madame Kahina. And then we just, coincidentally or not, got a little icon telling us the ship was coming in from off the edge of the map. But I don't know. Either way, is he happy? That's all that really mattered. We wanted to bring up his relations a bit. Okay, I probably just missed something. Not a big deal. Anything worthwhile down here, actually, while we're here? Oh, and speaking of things worth buying, we still have that trade thing going for a little bit of time left. Negative 15% for prices. What do you got going on? I guess I'll have a look at that later. Right now, I'll just buy material. Don't need steel, actually. Bricks, if anything.
On our way.
Alright, you let me know when you get there, and you let me know when you get there, and we can buy some things, potentially. Also, let's make more ships as fast as we can. Ooh, we're actually in a slight negative. We're running low on tools. Let's have a look at that and see why. Alright, we've got one building that's paused. Let's just turn it on. Now, they're all currently underclocked or downclocked or whatever you want to call it. Tools is at 9/8 consumption now, so that will be okay. But it also depends on the amount of wood that we're consuming and steel. We'll just leave it. I don't want to be buried in those screens for now. I'm sure steel's probably okay. So yeah, making the extra tools should help us. Well, we might need more people. Maybe we'll do more of these level 2 houses then. So the idea was that the closer we get to the engineers, the more highly built up they are. So if we go to upgrading floors, maybe a pocket like this, pocket over here. There we go. That should give us a lot more workers to play around with. They're also going to require suit sardines and power. Did they need power before they did? A pickup quest for Hugo Messier. Sure. Free money. The state is far more than just an unnecessary institution. Ignite the state. Now, he wants me to pick up something. I'll take the
Be impulsive.
military ships to go do that.
Stations.
You guys can travel as a group now, actually. And get to here.
Gums bleed.
Why are you disappointed in my failure? What did I do wrong? Oh, I really should have read it. I obviously must have missed something. Damn, I'm going to look forward to going back
Is that how it is?
and seeing what happened there. Because I feel a bit bad. You know, I often feel a bit of pressure to not do these quests. But if I was on my own, I would really spend the time to really, like, see what they're saying and pay attention.
We lack the
But people seem to really hate me doing quests, so I just don't. But then I get really bummed out when I miss something like that. I kind of like the little bit of lore you get.
Awaiting new horizons.
Alright, that stuff is dropped off. Means we can make just a few more engineers. So yeah, oh yeah, I remember now. There was going to be like a big market thing here. Just didn't get time to finish it. Any other ones that could be upgraded? Well, we've got these ones to be moved over. Pop them back in place now. It's expensive business doing it this way. That's for sure. Probably should have put the farmer households back down so we can grow fresh ones. Is that it? I suppose we could put some here maybe and just keep them going. Although I don't want to increase the number if that's not where they were originally. Looks like we're good then. Could stick them inside the little boxes there, but they wouldn't get anything. Alright, we'll leave it. Just a few more regular households then. We'll do this one more time. Anyway, what I was going to say earlier, before I cut myself off, was... Well, actually, I can't even fully remember. It doesn't really matter. Let's just focus on the game. Alright, so you guys were going to head back and do transport, but that's not happening anymore. We've got ship that just is arriving up here to see what we can buy. So we've got 400,000 right now. Let's see. Getting a few of these could be alright. Just a little bit of movement speed. 7% is quite low. I don't even know if it's worth it. 16,000 though is cheap. Krypton Town Hall income reduction... Hit points 20% on ships. Nah. What else do you got? So we have this already. Early closure acts. Maintenance cost negative 25%. Bonus income when you have beer, schnapps, champagne, and rum. Reduced, but happiness is gained. One more roll, please. Rocket barrage. Only 9.9 million. 700,000 for an airship cargo loader. Probably should just wait and build up a bit more money. Because we're not going to get anything that good. My major income tax amendment is actually okay. Let's get that. We'll go over to Eli, see if he's got anything for us. They've actually got a couple quests each right now. Okay, so focusing back up, we're going to try and solve the beer problem. Before we make more engineers. Ooh. There we go. Now, we could check how many engineers are we up to right now. We're up to 5,829. How far are you out from your things? Yes, you don't have power anymore. So power comes in there. It's pretty close. Oh well, yeah. It's interesting seeing that reach. I didn't really want them to come down on this side of the tracks. I wanted to keep them on their side of the tracks. So, that just in case anyone's wondering why I'm not using that space, that's kind of why. But this is sort of, I'd say from this side on, it's pretty temporary, except for the variety theater. You know, we'll reorganize that to make it look better. Okay, so beer. So we need hops. Hops, check for a trade route. Hope. So no trade route for that. Now I believe hops are made up on this island. That's hemp, potatoes. Oh, maybe not. Maybe we don't make it anywhere. Might have gotten lost in one of the many reshuffles I've done. Ah, maybe it was made in Brundisium. That would make sense, because we did destroy a lot out here. Yeah, well, we have the fertility, so I'm guessing that's the case. So, we're making olives. These guys are making herbs, or herbs. And then we have a little bit of hemp as well coming in, right? Cool. So I'm just trying to think how many of these can we maintain. It's 20 tractor barns. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So we could do 8. Nice. Or a little less if we turned on those two. But right now we could do 8. What if I turn the farms this way? Okay, so let's go. It'll be in the beer section. There we go. A hop farm. Yeah. Alright, so you'll need a tractor thing on the side. For that, we're going to need to bring over some steam motors. Now, we've been making ships using up most of those steam motors, but let's see if we can just grab any right now. Yeah, we need 10 for each barn, but we'll put them in temporarily until we get them made. Is there a way I could maybe speed that up?
Taken to wearing hard hats here.
Hard hats here. 41263 brass. Yeah, locked by the brass.
Ceasefire has ended.
It's 5 for 5. Can't really put the demand up anymore
Ship under attack.
without significant investment into other things.
You're right.
8,000 for ceasefire. That's fine by me. Alrighty. Yeah, so we'll just have to wait for that to kind of
Reporting in.
come over. It'll take a little bit of time, but we won't build any more ships for a while. We'll just make sure it's these things that get made. But there we go.
Say there's nowhere to take it.
144 and a fertilizer silo, please. And let's utilize all that space eating into the back of that field, which is kind of nice. So there we go. Let's do another one. I don't know how many of these we're going to need, really. Actually, I suppose I could just check now that we have one in place. It says only 1 per minute. Maybe I should wait till it gets its fuel. And then also it needs, of course, a warehouse. Alright, so hopefully it gets its fuel not too long. I think we've kind of solved the, quote, fuel issue. Now oil is... I was going to say it's building up, but not really. Not really, not yet. It's building up still on this port. 257. So we do make enough. As long as it doesn't get destroyed, it'll make enough.
Trying to make the best of the situation.
We're one obrero short.
I'm sure there is more we can do.
I'm sure there is too. I mean, I could get you the sewing machines you need, but let's just upgrade that for now. And just keep everything running at 100% over there. Yeah, so it takes 1:30 to make one, but we get 2 when we build a fertilizer silo. So it's... well, it's 2 every 1:30, 2 every 90 seconds. So every 45 seconds you get 1. A tractor barn. I can never remember with the changes to the mod what this does.
Nice day for it.
Extra goods as well is increased. So it's... I'm not very good at math, as you can tell. So it's now we're at 2 every 45 seconds, or we could say 1 every 22.5 seconds. So 1 every 22, which is the same as saying 3 every minute, basically. So if it was 3 per minute, which I think this should say, right? I think when it gets its everything, that'll go up to 3 per minute. And our demand right now is 16. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. So about 5 of them is probably what's needed. But obviously at least 6, or 6 to definitely meet the demand. And we could have built 8 tractor barns. So that's good. That works. I think the math checks out, I think. So let's go with number 2 and number 3. And we'll leave it as far there. And we'll do the other 3 at the back of these ones. So I'll just shave off a little bit there and just make sure that they use all that space. So it has to go up to 144. There we go. It's nice. It actually just fits just like that. Great. $144. There we go. All right. So can you reach out here? You can reach here, no problem. You'll get there eventually. And then we're just going to copy these, rotate them around, and we might have to slam them in something more like that. Now the question is, can you reach that? That's pretty far down. You can actually, even on dirt roads. Wow. All right, cool. So 144. I'm just going to bring this all the way down to here. Suppose a little costly, but just wanted to move that over a bit more. All right. And then a warehouse. Okay, so 129. So just to make this go a little quicker, shave off these bits for a moment. Let's just check that. So that's 144, 144, and 144. So they're all good. That's up and running now. Although it'll take a while to get its fuel. We've had that problem before, which is going to take a while because we're just so low on oil. But it will happen. I'm confident it'll happen. Right, so we need to get... Actually, I'm just going to shave these off as well. So we can get this to 144 and then see how we're dealing. There we go. That was perfect. And then this one. If that slots in... No, I was going to say, if it slots in all the way up to the top perfectly, I'd be like so amazed. Not too bad though. There we go. Alright. So their fertilizer silos are getting fed as well with dung. We might have to produce more. But there's a decent amount on this island itself. Let's see. Dung 2, consumption 9. Yeah. Need a lot more animal farms. It'd be great if you could bring it in through Docklands or something. But yeah, maybe we'll just throw down some pig farms or something. Something that's just quick to cycle, that produces crap. Not sure what else could really do that for us. Obviously, it's just beef and pigs, right? Sheep, I guess? Now, do we make loads over here? Let me just check. We do. We make 14 per minute. Well, there you go. Well, we just need to set up a trade route then. There is one already. Oh, okay. So it's actually already in effect. It's going around. In fact, it's just about to get unloaded right now. Well, we don't have to really do too much then, in that case.
Ready for assignment.
Other than maybe put it on a ship that's a bit faster and better. Let's go pick up more steam motors. Now, the other thing we do need to definitely set up is hops coming back over here. So did I leave old world new? That's it. Yeah, so there's a blank slot on this one because of the question mark, so I know that it's got room to bring something over. So hops seemed pretty high volume, 18 per minute. So maybe 2 slots would be good enough for that. The golden behind. Alright, still room for one more thing. 2 slots might be overkill. I think the olives were even higher than that. If you have a look at their consumption, it's 20 on this island. Okay, well that's it's close enough. Now, did I ever start that ropes production? Can't remember.
From the lyre.
Not seeing it there. This can often be the problem with me in this thing, which is I can never find the modded content, or it just takes me a while. So, on the island 1. Okay. Oh, yeah. I remember now. We powered it. Is it enough for everybody? It's not actually listed here. Ropes. Oh, cool. It's more than enough. Great. Rope yard. Great. And what does ropes yield? 8 coins per household. Happiness 5. Great. Well, we're making good money now. Population's kind of coming up. Happy enough with this. Money should come up a lot once we start feeding over the hops. Yeah, like I said, let's get those extra steam motors. Oh, so low still. It's going to be bringing over batches of 10 every time just to get these tractor barns up and running. But I'll try not to fixate on it too much. I like this little kind of farm setup we've got going on here. It's pretty cute. This thing had a little problem a second ago, but that seems solved now. Need to improve the look and feel of this area once things stabilize a bit more.
Cargo stations.
Okay, we'll just keep doing these ones, I guess. Fuel. 0 out of 20. So every time it makes one, it just gets delivered down to somewhere. And then it's almost like a manifold where you were waiting on these to kind of get full. Now, if I have a look at oil, pretty sure we do make more than we need. Yeah, 54 over 52. So it's really close. I guess with the travel time and everything, that's why it's kind of always on the edge. It's oil refineries in Nova Roma. Are there oil on this island? No. This one? Nope. What about Albion? No. Alright. It does seem like the New World is calling us over and over again. There's 17 oil fields here, but we're low on obreros. So, ultimately what they're looking for is the sewing machines. And a few other things as well, I guess. They also want beer and rum. In fact, we need to turn on that rum, just so that we know the true consumption. Yikes. So 27. It was 24 before. Alright, 27 over 11. So this is our rum island. Aracilum. Oh, no, sorry. No, it's not. This is Valeria. So these guys never had their tractor barns and all that stuff. I don't know if they would necessarily need the fertilizer silo, but I suppose there's no real harm in doing it if we can maintain it. And if it runs empty, it runs empty. Yeah, so ultimately we need more oil then, don't we? Which means we need obreros. Okay, we just have to increase our population then. I guess that's what we got to do. Question is, oh yeah, we could make them terraced. Let's do that. That way I don't have to expand too much further. I'll go out a bit more like a grid here again. Let's urbanize this place. I really like this new world town, even though it is just kind of a grid. It's something about it. It's just quite nice. It's just pretty, I guess, you know, the buildings. Alright. I'll check a little later. Once these guys grow a bit, we'll see if anyone is without stuff just by checking the population statistics screen. But for now, we know that they just need sewing machines. So let's figure that out. So can that be made over here? I feel like they've made changes to the game where that could be made over here, thanks to aluminum profiles. But maybe I'm wrong in thinking that. Oh, no, yeah. You need artistas. Do we have artistas here? You need 100 artistas to actually do the sewing machines. Otherwise, we'll just bring them from the old world. Sewing machines. So we're 4 tons per minute short. So that means we need 1 more of these buildings. Oh. Just slightly off. Now, are they being boosted by anything? They're actually not, so we could potentially move them. Also, I think there's a modular sewing machine factory, if I'm not mistaken, that maybe we could use that instead. So, if we go to the advanced productions... No. Oh, here, sorry. This one, industrial complex. There we go. So, a minute 30 to make 1 sewing machine. But look how small it is. How long does this one take? That's only 30 seconds. That's 150 artisans. I know I've probably looked at this before, but let's just work this out. So that's 50. So it is just a third the size. Let me just pop it down like that. So if I was to count this up, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Times 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 6 times 9. Okay, so it actually does save space using this. This is 54 squares, 54 grid squares. And this is 4, 8, 12, 16. This is 16. Now this is using a third. It takes 3 times longer. So you'd want to say, like, can this fit in there 3 times, you know, for the space? If you wanted to work it out that way. So this, being 54, divided by 13, or 3, sorry, is 18. So it's slightly more compact. So we'll use these instead. And we should end up with better results, I think. But can it fit nicely? I don't know. Let's just try that. So 3 of them is the equivalent of what we had before. So 6 of them, sorry, are the equivalent of what we had before. So yeah, we're still a little off for the shape. And we can make it look better as well. But yeah, we need, if we had just 1 more of these, we'd have what we need then. And we'd be technically saving on space wherever we do end up putting it. Now, I just want it to be powered, so it can really go anywhere, but maybe over here could be good. Or we could have 2 little groups in different places, I suppose. I like the idea of making a giant modular kind of factory, though. But yeah, I could play around with that for ages. I think that's like one of the coolest features of this mod is just the sort of modular factory look and feel. Sure, whatever. It's good enough. So what do we got there now? So we still need... Oh yeah, still need actually 1 more, technically. That could actually go somewhere here. We just don't have a road going out the back of it. So that'll be all of our sewing machine things. I suppose one of the big drawbacks of doing this, I just realized, maybe people clocked it faster than me, is each of these needs to load and unload. Now they roll slower, so maybe it all works out the same, but it feels like it must be logistically harder or tougher on the warehouses, you'd imagine. This is more factories. But anyway, that should do it. That should be what we need now to cover the new world. So now we're 12 over 9. If we go all islands, it's 12 over 12, just slightly. In theory, we need even more, but we'll leave it like that for now. So, sewing machines. New world to old world coffee, and then sewing machines comes back. So we've already got that route in place. Might just replace this ship with a cargo ship. Before I assign a cargo ship to it, maybe I could put something on it.
On our way.
Like one of those propellers or something, or this one which is like loading speed and unloading sped up or something. So what else do we have here now? So I still have the prices reduced for another, it looks about maybe like an hour or so. Can't get that guy. 880,000. Don't have enough for her either. A lot of airship stuff coming up. Workforce 15%. We have her already. Cannery, sandwich shop, fish smokery, and fish cannery. Productivity 30%. Substitute workforce. The building employs workers instead. Yeah, let's just get that just in case that suits us. Similar to this one, the sewing machine factory employs workers instead of artisans. I think we've got more artisans though, actually, so. Alright, we're gonna sail back to Rome. Try to meet up with this ship. They'll exchange parts and then we'll assign that ship to go take the sewing machines to the New World. That'll increase our obrero population, then we can increase oil. And then we can make sure that we meet the demand of our farms. That's the plan. It's gonna purchase or take over some more of these. Alright, so is beer production starting up? I would imagine it is. I'll tell you what, actually what might be even nicer is if we just say that they're not allowed to consume beer production just for a little while. Money will fall,
You've got our interest.
but they'll build some up in storage for a while and then we'll let them have it. Then it should just stay on, kind of. Alright, so this is the ship that's just waiting for the other one to come in, which is just here. Right, so just pass that over to him. There you go. The resurrection. Right, so the resurrection we're going to place on this. And you don't have anything on you, so just turn that off. Now, there's some rules on this. Wait to unload. Oh yeah, making sure the coffee goes in. Yeah, I guess that's fine. And throw overboard. Wow. Throwing overboard the sewing machines? I don't know about that. That's the problem with having routes like this, I guess. We could just pause that for a second. Let's reorganize this now. We'll still do the coffee and thing, but we'll do coffee on one side and then sewing machines on the other. Actually, you know, my heart tells me that they should just be their own things, really. Coffee, you know that you'll need a ship to do that almost exclusively because you have to have so much later on. So 6 right there, just unload, that's fine. Don't do any of this, just do what you can and then keep going. Now the next one, we'll just do sewing machines to the New World. Now we'll set a reserve so we don't eat everything. New World. Alright, good. So 2 separate routes, not taking any shortcuts, hopefully doing it correctly. There is a small reserve. Actually, 75 is fine. Keep it that way. The only question now will be, you know, I've done 2 things to steel. Is steel going to be enough? It seems like almost certainly not. The demand is 35, we're producing 27. We're going to have to be bringing in ore through docklands or something. Because I'm tapping most of the ore that we can. I think on all islands. These islands are full, which makes me think that they're not being picked up right now. Iron? They actually are, but obviously not good enough. So let's put a new ship on that as well. Let's do the Brilliant. Take that ship off. Okay. And then the one that had too much ore on it, we'll just drop that manually in here. Now, that's obviously not going to be the root of the problem. We should check if we have got more ore than we need. We are producing 40 over 33, so in theory we can add more ironworks.
It's a surprise inspection.
These are the 2 we have. I guess the other question is, will we be able to keep up on coal? Now, we have a productivity 40% on this. That's okay. You're doing the bakery thing, that's really important. This one isn't important at all. It would be good to get some sort of ironworks productivity again. So I don't have to put down another one. Doesn't look like we have one though. Alright, I'll stick him in still for a while. I wish it would show me anything that would be affected. The soap factory would be affected with him. Productivity 30%.
When hours of this kind, I don't ask questions.
It's already lowered down. Beer. The beer isn't being affected by these guys. Yeah, don't know then.
Barrier about.
These items need to get dropped off anyway.
New orders.
Alright, there goes the steam motors. Did I drop them off? Oh no. Oh, I keep thinking that's the trading post. It's over here. Alright, cool. So 2 of these need their oil. They haven't actually got their stuff yet either.
Cargo stations.
Wow, full up on iron ore. Good problem to have, I guess. Okay, I guess I'll just have to build another one. Oh, there's already another one over there. Wow. Okay, we'll just put another one alongside this then. Does that have power though? I actually feel like it doesn't. It'll have to go here instead. Now, these are cosmetic items, so we don't have to be messing with the space that much, I guess. Alright, so let's see what that's going to do now for our iron ore. So we'll be slightly low on iron, but that's okay, and we need more coal. Now, for coal, I don't really know what we can do other than just put down maybe more charcoal kilns. Because I actually grab it from, I think, most places. But I can check that as well. I think...
A competitor's island withstood an attack.
Yeah, so coal has been used here and here. What about on this island? Don't have any. What about on this island? We've got 1.
Me boots are worn through.
But it's been picked up. And then on Albion, we've got 1, and that's been picked up. So that is everything I have for coal, and they're also being boosted. So the only way to get more coal is through either Docklands, or can you get any in the New World? Or I suppose we could start going to Cape Trelawney and stuff.
I wouldn't be a rebel if I settled for... I am losing my enthusiasm.
I'm losing my enthusiasm. Yeah, Cape Trelawney, maybe. I guess we'd have to. Can't set up a commuter pier here, though. Or there. It would have to be just like an actual town. Might be time. Start the game all over again out there.
I'd achieve more.
Pretty happy that these guys seem to be sustaining themselves for the most part.
People are happy to work hard when they know what...
These were going to become workers, right? That uses all my wood. Wood is still the most valuable currency, apparently, to be. Right, so happiness of residents, but income is up. Productivity for the cannery, sandwich shop, fish smokery, and fish cannery, and bicycle factory, sewing machine factory, and tools workshop. That's an interesting one. The tools workshops, they are located down here. That could maybe be good to pop her in then. 30%. Didn't we need more tools today? And did I just build a new one? Or did I just increase it? I can't really remember. I'm certain we looked at it and said, oh, we need more tools. But did I do anything about that? Let me see. Yeah, we obviously did. And I've got 5 workshops. But I didn't place any new ones down. And their productivity is low. I don't really remember what I did there. That's a weird one. It's just... right now in my head, I just don't know what I would have done to make that work. But okay. Well, in that case, she's not needed there either. That character. But for the sewing machine factory, it might be good to have. Kind of. Honestly, reduced input is kind of what I'd rather have, if it was possible. And substitute workforce. So, it uses workers. But I think tools use workers anyway, so... There we go, morning shift starting. Speaking of workers, they've just dropped right now. Negative 78. They look fine to me. What's happening? Negative 80. Is it the guys up here? Well, they're getting their stuff. They should be going up. Oh, it could be in another island. Oh, yeah. Could be the pescatarians or something. Ooh, there we go. The sardines. So sardines does come from this island. Oh no, sorry, it comes from Nova Roma, but it must be getting consumed there because we did increase it a lot. Yeah, okay. I'll look at that in between episodes and get that sorted, just to know what amounts we need. I'm getting a bit, you know, we're closing to the end of the episode, but I'm starting to forget what I need to be doing. So I know the focus was oil or trying to get the sewing machines out here, and then it was all about getting them up and running, which I think we've kind of done now. Has the ship made it here yet? It's got nothing on it right now. Great, so that was a trip for nothing because it didn't have any. And we are building some up here. We were trying to increase the steel. It was a real chain, yeah, big long chain. But it looks like it's going good now. So I think the next time that ship comes back, it should make a decent delivery. Wow, 765 soap. That's just before the end of the episode. Let's just sell that soap. Make some money. Oh, it's so nice being able to do that. That's pretty good. This is going to be a lot of money. Let me know when you get there. It'd be nice if the trade price is -5 and the trade price is -15 stacked in the opposite direction, where you made 15% more money if you sell something, you know? Or 20% now in total. There's life in the streets. I love this little area here, right? That's our police headquarters, that's our hospital, and that's our fire station. With our nice trade union. Playground near the police station, nice and safe. Nice and safe. Sandwiches. Let's have a look at some other side thing while we're waiting on those things to happen. So, sandwich is slightly low. You need sausages, bread, cheese, and peppers. You got everything except for the sausages. If we were to look at sausages and see how we're doing, it's 2 for 2, but slightly low on that too. Have to increase that. I don't mind. Am I lowering the amount of sandwiches we make? Nope.
I'm confident it's ready to go. The subtext is pig crab.
Alright, get rid of that increased consumption problem. Oh, what the hell is this? Industrial cattle farm. Cheese. Oh, so you could use beef and cheese to make sandwiches. Where is our sandwich shop?
Ceasefire has
It's there.
Your harbor is under attack.
That other recipe seemed way better, if I'm reading it right.
There goes
But obviously I'm not. Anne Harlow is angry I destroyed one of her ships.
Gratification.
Call that a storm.
She just accepts that now for free, which is good.
Workforce shortage.
That was really easy to kill her so quick. Like as soon as it happened.
My work is the love of my life. Instinct over thought. You could even call it art.
This says sandwich shop cheese. Let me just pop that down then. Well, it can't be any different, right? I don't really get why that's showing this. It is hollowed out as if there's something wrong with that. Alright, so the rest so you can either make sandwiches, right? Sausage, red pepper, and bread, or you can make cheese sandwiches, which that's what we're currently producing. We're adding cheese onto the same recipe, and I assume maybe the rate of which we make it is quicker. Otherwise, why would you do that? Because the output either way is the same good. So let's just switch to regular sandwiches for a second. So that is 1 minute. Oh yeah, it'll tell me here, right? So this makes cheese sandwiches makes 3 per minute. Regular sandwiches makes 2 per minute. Got it. Ah, so you can see it there, 2 and 3. But what's with the? I've probably just been misled with that. But I wonder what the beef thing. Oh, it's. God, I'm so sorry, guys. I get it. I get it. It's cheese. It's just telling me that you get the milk, which goes into the cheese. I see. I see. Sorry. That makes more sense. So we were making the cheese ones because you get more out of them. So that makes sense. Yeah, sure. Keep it going then. But yeah, we need another one, ultimately. So for the amount of engineers that we've got here. Why is that broken? I have no idea. Let's just copy the one that exists. There we go. Right. Good. Now, so yeah, we'll need more sausages. Now, the sausages that we make are down here. Can't quite see the sausage production. No? Oh, it's just we have 2 regular ones. We could get the industrial version. We just have the regular ones there. So we have the level 2 pigs. Let's try the... Oh my god. Wow. So this is every 10 seconds. This is every minute. Yeah, just fire it in there. Needs 40 wood. We're so close to getting that. One more cycle of this wood to be delivered. There we go. Alright, there's your sausage factory.
If it's a lockout, we've a right to know the dispute.
Wow, you could also be powered as well. I think that would be overkill. You got 800 pigs, 900. We could just churn through those to make a lot of sausages right now. So I'm sure that'd be fine. Right, so that should fix that situation. Ultimately, I don't really know about the peppers and the other things, but it's fine. We'll figure it out. The bread, actually, I think, if I remember correctly, is massively overproduced. Now, I want to check this sewing machine route again. It's currently in transit on its way back, I would imagine. Yeah. Almost there. I guess we probably just have to leave it till the next one. So we're still low on workers. I think it's the sardines that are doing that. So, sardines. 6 for 6. We actually have enough. And they haven't stopped recently. Have everything they need. But for some reason, they're complaining that they don't have enough. How is that happening? Is 100 coming over just not enough in one trip? That could be the case, I guess. If you're taking too long to deliver, because you do go between different islands. Could be the case. Probably is the case. Well, if we add another ship to that route, it would actually probably solve it. Without me having to redo the whole route. Alright, we can start making more ships in the next episode. Right, so here we are. Let's make bank. Boom. 230,000. Love it. Thank you. What do you got? Do you got anything interesting for that money? Generates a shield on the ship, even during combat. Captain Ibrahim. Active healing. Damage from ships are reduced. Generates a shield on the ship. Is that a... The sea and shores provide natural cover, but you'll want a master to find it. I kind of want to get that just to see does it do anything. Is that a modded item? I can't recall ever hearing about a shield on a ship, although it's a lot of money. We do get 15% off. Well, 20% off, really. Yeah, normally 362,000. Wow. What else we got? Potato farm, hop farm, flax farm, and hemp farm. Number of modules increased, productivity increased. Absolutely. Let's do something that we'll actually use. We can get him in the future. There's no rush right now, okay? Extra goods, oil. Yeah, let's get that as well. We actually have this guy. Affects grain farm, red farm, vineyard, flax, hemp, olives, and more. I'm gonna get another one of them because we'll definitely use him multiple times. I'll bring him back. Yeah, that's great. So in the next episode, I'll have a look at maybe placing him in somewhere at this trade union. We made a trade union there on purpose. for that kind of thing. The only awkward thing would be that these are quite separated now. I didn't really forward plan that, I guess, very well. I was more thinking like it would look cool rather than be optimal. Some of our tractors are rolling out though, right? There they are. Kind of. It's not probably the ones that we want to see, but they're there all the same.
Hide the bottle.
Hey, we've got 90 oil. I want to see you just crank out as much of that stuff now as possible. I suppose along here, we'll do one of these, maybe make you speed up that a bit. But it should reach all the way down to the other ones now. And sardines is coming back up. I'm hoping that'll make the difference, because I can't think of what else is lowered for workers. We've got everything. You can consume that beer now as well, make some more money. This music is very ominous. Right, I think we're going to have to leave it there, though. You're on a coffee route and I never moved you? Oh. My bad. Go do your thing. Go fetch that coffee. Alright, yeah, we're going to leave it there. So I'll be continuing the next episode. I'm pretty happy with progress. We're kind of building up the engineers a bit quicker now. And trying to keep the economy up with it. The population is climbing, but it climbs a couple thousand and it falls like another 1,000 as I try to maintain it. But I'm having fun anyway. Alright, that's going to have to be it for me. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.